always.
What do you mean by boat trouble?
Well, I wasn't going to get into that on this podcast, but yes, I might as well. So I've been with Ballistic for 4 years now, and they called me 2 Saturdays ago and said they were not going to sell me a boat.
What? 2 weeks before your season kicks off.
Yeah, and I had to get it rigged, wrapped, and ready. And this boat was supposed to be in motion in September to be made. So it has been a complete nightmare on that end of it. Put me through a lot of instability and financial loss. But I've got some really good friends down at Ships Marine that got me in a Phoenix off the showroom floor and got all my, Johnson Outdoors, Humminbird Minn Kota, Mercury rigged on it. And thank God I have a good friend there named JD. Ship owns a place that helped me out so much. And I had some other companies. Obviously, a lot of companies heard about this deal with Ballistic going down. Like Blazer Boats reached out to me, tried to help me, and a lot of people have. My wrap guy, he's gold at Par 3 Wraps, Brent. He's helped me out tremendously too, getting me out of the bind that they put me in.
Dude, the only reason I know about Ballistic Boats is because of you. And dude, if you want to stop talking about this, we can. But I'm a little shocked. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, imagine being me.
Imagine.
I mean, I guess.
Wow.
I'm not going to trash talk them the little I can. Obviously, I'm mad at them, but yeah, dude, it sucks. And I like the boat. He made a great boat, but I wish he would have told me sooner that he couldn't sell me my boat. Is the whole problem? It wouldn't have been that big of a deal if he would have told me 4 or 5 months ago.
And this was something that you had on order for a while, like this.
He called me when I was in La Crosse, Wisconsin, asked me if I wanted to. He had a 204 mold open, so that was in August. So just say if it started in September.
Wow, dude, that is so shocking to me, and it's just another example of. It's so funny because when anybody changes sponsors, whether it be a bait company, rod and reel company, boat company, motor company, everybody wants to point out right away, like, oh, well, they're hopping around for more money, or they're doing this for that. And this story is no different than a lot of stories. You know what I mean? A lot of times the pro angler is not in control. There's pro anglers that move for a little bit more money, but sometimes they have to because it's the only way they're going to get a raise. No different than any other job. But to have the main piece of the main tool, it's hard to compete on the Elite Series without a boat yanked from you with 2 weeks to go. That's brutal. Like, are you concerned? Like, first of all, you shouldn't even be thinking about what boat you're going to run 2 weeks. Like, you went boat shopping 2 weeks before the Elite Series kicked off.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to smile and be as cordial as I can about this. It put me in a bind, and I lost a lot of money for me and my family too by having to do it that way and not having an actual boat deal. I've been with Ballistic for 4 years. I didn't think it was going to go down like that. And, whatever their reasoning was, financial or whatever they're in, I just wish they would have told me sooner. But, thank God I got good friends, and, I'm cool. I've been in plenty of Phoenixes before. I've owned multiple Phoenixes before I fished the Elites. And, it's just another bump in the road. And like you said, yeah, sometimes you have to, like the world just saw Polinick have to leave Rapala for Megabass.
Yeah.
And I haven't talked to him about it, and it's none of my business. But, that was probably a financial decision that was better for him and his family. Sometimes it happens like that. And then sometimes there's crazy stuff happens like this that just happened to me that it sucks.
Yeah, that's about the right way to put it. It sucks. And dude, I'm sorry that happened to you. And I know I don't need to apologize, but I just look at everything you've done in the last number of years. And like I said, I wouldn't even know that brand's name without, and I think honestly, mass amount of people in bass fishing had no idea about that brand until what you did. And to win 4 events in the last 2 years, realistically 3 years, if you're including this year that hasn't even started, and to have that happen to you, man, it just kind of explains, and I thank you for being open about the real reality of being a pro angler. It's real easy to be like, must be nice to get this and that. Well, it's not nice to have to. Bass boats are expensive any day of the week. It really sucks to have to do that 2 weeks before the Elite Series started. Wow, I'm shocked, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it got a lot uglier than we talked about, but I'm not gonna sit here and bash them any more than I have to. You know, it sucked, and I like the boat. He made an awesome boat, but whatever it was financially or whatever his decision was to cut ties with me, you know, it sucks, and yeah, I'm pissed, to be honest.
I guess.
I'm trying to be nice here, but the more I think about it, the more I get pissed. It got kind of ugly, to be honest, you know?
Yeah. Well, and it would. I mean, could you imagine if, let's say the boat's ready. Let's say you called him 2 weeks ago and said, hey, guess what? I'm now deciding not to run your boat. You've built me one and everything. And that doesn't even affect the boat builder near as much, because you're not doing the deal with them. That just gives them another piece of inventory that they'll sell somewhere. But this is like, there's no way to recover short term from this. Long term, I'm sure Phoenix, Blazer, somebody, one of the companies you've dealt with, dude, you're one of the best on tour. I'm sure a new boat will not be a problem moving forward. But short term, I mean, that's gone money ripped off your family's table, and that freaking sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it cost me about $25,000, to be honest. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of dollars. But you know, stuff happens. I mean, we all hear these little horror stories every now and then. I just didn't think it would happen to me, and it did. But like I said, thank God I got good friends, and Ships Marine, Phoenix Boats, Blazer, everybody that reached out to try to help to get me out of the bind that they put me in, and it's going to work out. You know, it happened for a reason, and who knows what I'll be in next year. I'm running a Phoenix 721 Pro XP from Ships Marine in Gladewater, Texas this year, and they helped me out a bunch. I really appreciate them, and Gary and Teresa and Puckett and all those guys at Phoenix that
great people. Yeah. Will you turn this? I mean, I'm a weirdo that way. Like if somebody really kind of screws me over, I get super pissed, and that is the best motivator for me to do it, really anything. Do you feel like this will be fuel to your fire going into the season? I mean,
oh yeah, I mean, it is what it is. That's just human nature. Just once makes me want to win another one even more. So
yeah,
I mean, another trophy up on one of those stages.
Yeah, why don't you just go win the Bassmaster Classic? I mean, that'd be a good one to win. I mean, that is the world's greatest FU in professional bass fishing.
Yeah, and that